Hey everybody, so I wanted to do this tutorial on this look that I did. I really enjoyed doing the look, so I thought I'd show everybody. These pictures are of the finished look on my eyes, full face, and yeah, so I'm going to show you how to get this look. Okay, so this is me without anything on. Definitely had a breakout before this. I'm using Must Do, and it's a moisturizer, and I'm just making sure to put that all over my face, rubbing in circular motion, completely covering the face. This helps really give that dewy look after you put your foundation on, which is Jenna Beige. This is my Limelight foundation. This is me doing half my face, so you guys can see the difference here. It's kind of really bright. Just going in and around my mouth, on my nose, and be a little more gentle on your eyes than I was. I was in a really big hurry because it was nap time and I wanted to get it done before the kiddo woke up, so just be a little more gentle. Do more of like a dabbing on your eye than a wiping. You don't want to wipe, that'll give you really bad bags, but I was in a hurry. Gonna complete the other side of my face now. After this, I'm actually going to go in with my pressed powder just to set my foundation and make sure that it stays for a really long time, long wear. Definitely a good idea if you want your makeup to stay looking fresh. This is me going through my palettes. I don't have mine labeled, which I'm definitely going to do. Taking a really fluffy brush, just a powder brush, to apply my pressed powder. I'm just going to do a light coat over the entire face of that foundation. And like I said, this really just helps you set the foundation so it doesn't just wipe right off. After this, I'm going to start contouring, and for this particular look, I actually used, it's hard to see because I had it upside down, but it's Master Contour. It's for my shade, I use the medium to deep. I know I'm kind of pale, but I feel like if I just put it on there really lightly and blend really well, it actually works out really good. I'm just taking a little brush there. It's one of the ones that's just more of a flat brush, and that way you can really get in there. Dusting it on top of my forehead just to give me a little more dimension up on the top of my head. A little bit more shape there. Now I'm actually going to go in with my blush number 3 from my Limelight. It's the one with the really pretty rose gold shimmer. And I'm just going to dust a really light coat of that over there because it's super pigmented, which is awesome because it will last you forever. After dusting this on both my cheeks and blending, I actually take my Blenderful sponge that you saw me use with my foundation, and I just work it in some of the face and kind of blend it out. That way it's not super dark and it blends really well. And then I'm going to go in for my highlight. This is kind of funny, guys, because I actually don't use a highlight. I'm actually using the CoverGirl True Naked Goldens palette. And I'm using the first 2 light shades. One of them is like a really matte white, and then one of them is a really pretty shimmer. Mixing them together and just putting them right where you'd put your highlight, right over on the top of your blush, and just blending them all in. I'm actually also going to dust that on my Cupid's bow, and at first I thought, oh, I'm going to use a brush, but then I was like, nah, my finger works way better. Just for some reason that area, it's just easier to apply with your finger on the top of your lip where your little Cupid's bow is. And I'm just going to go on with that same little, it's another different one, but it's going to be the same shape brush. It's the really flat brush, just so I can get in there really well. I'm just blending it outwards. It's also going to help you, if you use the highlighter, it's going to help you achieve that really dewy look and fresh look. So I'm going to take my Blenderful sponge and just blend it all in. I did contour my nose. I didn't really go into much detail because everybody contours our nose differently because we all have different nose shapes. So, okay. Next here, like I said, I'm just going to put that right over dust it really lightly over the Cupid's bow of my lip. Just gives you a little bit more definition, and I think it really makes your lips pop. Now you do have to be careful because if you're like me and you're prone to having a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow there sometimes, you gotta be careful because that highlight there will make it definitely stand out. So you definitely want to wax or take care of that before you do that. Same thing with the Goldens palette. I'm actually gonna take a little, you can actually see it there, it's just a little angled brush, little eyeshadow brush there, and I'm gonna take that same shade. For some reason I think I actually touched the wrong shade because that was way too dark, but I'm going to take the same 2 shades that I used for my highlight on my cheekbones and just dust them on my brow bone, all the way from my inner corner of my eye to my brow bone. Same thing on the other side, just dusting it right underneath my eyebrows, going down to the inner corner of my eye. And that really gives that pretty shimmery look that I end up with in the end. This is me actually deciding on, for some reason I was totally going to skip my transition shade, which is definitely what you should do next so you can blend it up into your highlight shade under your brow bone. So kind of ignore me showing you that green shadow because that's what I'm going to do later for my main lid color. And this is me searching for my brush. I actually had to go upstairs to get my brush. The one I was looking for was still upstairs in my bathroom, so had to go get it. There we go. It's this really pretty fluffy brush, and it's actually double-sided. It has like a really thin, short brush on the other side. This is let's see here. The Tarteist Pro palette is what I'm using for my transition shade, and it is the shade Bold. I love that shade. It's kind of like a soft taupe color. It's really cool. It's the Tarteist palette Pro palette is really cool because it's the Amazonian, I guess you would say, clay. So it's really, really smooth application. Then I'm actually going to go in with Punk on the same palette, the Tarteist Pro palette, and I'm going to do the crease with my eye. Now I know it looks really dark at first, but don't worry because I'm totally going to blend that out, make it look super smoked out and super awesome. So we're just going to take the fluffy side of that brush. I love that brush, guys. It is so cool. That short end right there that you can kind of see in focus is super good for applying color in the crease because it's so small and compact. And then you just take the fluffy end on the other side and just totally blend it out. Those little fluffy brushes are perfect for blending on your eyes. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Go back and blend it out with my fluffy side. I love that brush. It's actually a brush you can get from Walmart. Same thing, just gonna keep going in and making sure. I just kind of step back for a minute and look at both sides, just make sure it looks like I'm blending them evenly, because sometimes you can blend them and they don't look like the same shape, so you have to go back in with a tissue, and I think I do in the end actually clean up some of it so they look like they're putting off the same shape. Now I'm actually gonna go in. I'm just going to redefine that a little bit because I felt like after I blended it, it looked too gray and not enough black in there. So I actually just went in there and put some more pigmentation in there, some more color. And here is where I'm actually going to use the Urban Decay Shadow Box. And I'm using an angled shader. This angled shader is perfect for just getting right in there in the inner corner of your eye and sweeping it outward toward the outer corner of your eye without making a big mess with a bunch of fallout. And this is Indo. It's a really pretty, sparkly, deep green shade. I wanted to use it because, you know, greens are really good for people with brown eyes. I mean, they look pretty on people with blue eyes and all kinds of eye colors, but I just feel like it really brings out the brown, I actually have a little bit of green in my eyes. So I feel like when I wear green, it kind of brings it out. And I'm just going to do the same thing on each eye. I'm just going to apply that color right on the lid of my eye, and then I'm going to go back in with that really lovely, soft, fluffy brush, and I'm going to blend it all back in, just so it all looks like it's transitioning and you don't have any fine lines. Yeah, sometimes I go in with my finger because I feel like I can control it a little bit more with my finger, so you'll see me do that occasionally. Next, I'm taking my Limelight by Alcone Perfect Eyeliner Pen. This eyeliner pen is spectacular. I have struggled finding the perfect formula of eyeliner because I feel like some of them burn my eyes really bad, and I feel like some of them are too runny, but this one is so perfect. It applies the fastest I've ever been able to confidently apply eyeliner. It actually has a brush. I think before I said it was a felt tip pen, but it's not. It's actually a brush on there, but it's so easy to maneuver. You'd think with it being a brush, it would be like really sloppy and everywhere. It's so easy to use, guys. I love it. This is actually an eyeshadow brush, but I'm using it to take the really pretty golden color you just saw me point to in the Golden's CoverGirl palette and just dust it right on my lower lash line using that really fine tipped brow brush. I actually have another one, so I use one of them for like when I want to do the eyeshadow on the bottom of my lash line, and then I use the other one for my brow. And it just kind of, when you put your bottom eyeliner on, it really just, for this look I didn't actually use a liner on the bottom. For some reason for me, if I use a black shadow, which I'm going in with the same color Punk from the Tarteist Pro palette, it seems to stay better, and I feel like it's easier for me to control on my lower lash line. So I usually use like I feel like it stays forever too. I don't know, you would think it being eyeshadow would just wipe right off, but it really doesn't. And so I'm just defining my lower lash line with that black in that Punk color right over the top of where I put the gold color before that. And then I'm just gonna show you what it looks like here. This is where I'm taking, guys, if you don't use toilet paper in your makeup routine, I don't know if we can be friends. No, I'm just kidding. I'd love to, I don't know why. And it's really rough on your face. I really probably shouldn't use it, but if you dampen it a little bit with a little bit of water or makeup remover, I just feel like it wipes it right off. Now I'm going in with my Limelight by Alcone Perfect Mascara, and guys, it is perfect. I don't know why, but I feel like a lot of those mascaras give you really clumpy eyelashes. This does not. It just makes your already natural lashes look longer. Like, it doesn't look like you're wearing, you know, I'm trying to show you the length here, guys. It was really hard for me to, there you go. You can actually see how much more defined they look. I just don't like that really clumped up look, so I kind of wiggle my brush back and forth and stuff, but I feel like I don't even really have to do that with this because it just goes on so nice, like right over your natural lashes. And then I'm going to dust the bottom of my lash line with the my bottom lashes there with the mascara, just to give it, kind of enhance that smoked out look. I'm just going to do some more cleanup. Now I'm deciding what I wanted to use for my lips. I kind of had trouble here. I think, let's see here. Yeah, I used my MAC in the Velvet Teddy shade. For some reason it didn't focus. I love this shade. It's super nude and it's really good for going with like if you have a bold eye. I like to do the opposite with my lips, just go real natural. And I mean, I do some bright colors, but I really like the natural look better. And then I'm going in with my Limelight lipstick 201. This is more of a like sheer color, but it's kind of pinkish. I just wanted to give it even more of a natural look by taking that taupe color and making it a little bit more pink like your natural lips would be. And that's it, guys. I'm taking all this stuff out of my hair. Flipping my hair around like a crazy girl. But yeah, that's all. Hope you enjoyed that look, guys, and if you have any questions about any of the products used, just let me know.